if y'all can see me clearly because of the way that the sun. I'm trying to fix this camera because it's kind of like, hold up, driving at 60 miles per hour while trying to fix this camera. Give me 1 second. Alright guys, so I just saw this interesting video. I just posted on my story. Good morning to everyone, first of all. You're right. Rich risings, rich and divine risings to everybody tapping in. But I just read, or rather saw this interesting story on my phone as I was riding down the road. And it said, what kind of entity or spirit gets stronger when you fear it? I thought that was an interesting topic, right? Because a lot of the times when we go around and we do things in life, we find people who instill some kind of fear in us that make us do certain things. We get afraid of them. We're you know, me personally, I've learned to not be afraid of people. And rich and divine risings to everyone that's tapping in. I've learned to stop being afraid of people and what they're saying, because obviously, you know, be afraid for what? We're here to live, we're here to grow, we're here to get prosperous. Why do we live in fear of any particular person? It makes absolutely no sense to me. Excuse me. With that said, if you guys have looked at the story that I just posted, the reel rather that I posted on my story, LifeWave I Am says, what kind of spiritual energy or entity feeds off the fact that you are afraid of it? A dog feeds off of the fact that you're afraid of it. Like, a dog can sense when you're afraid of it. It's like, oh, this person's afraid of me, so I'm going to go ahead and attack it. I'm going to come at it, right? So what kind of energy is feeding off of you being afraid? Let's even take this into the herpes virus. Your herpes virus knows that you're afraid of it by when you're stressed. You get stressed. That is fear. There's only 2 frequencies in the world, guys. Love and fear. So if you're living in fear of an outbreak, that is going to produce a stress in your body. When you become stressed, you then have what? An outbreak. It feeds off of your fear. Your herpes is feeding off of your fear. You cannot be afraid of your virus. You have to learn it. You have to know what foods you're eating that are causing you to have outbreaks. But when it comes to a person who literally is getting stronger, an actual entity or just one individual that's getting stronger, when you are afraid of it, that person is what we like to call a demon, pretty much. You know, or negative person. No person should be more happy about the fact that you are afraid of it. I don't want anyone to be afraid of me. I want people to be in unison with me. I'm a love being. I love to love. That's me personally. I like to just do stuff. Like, when I don't feel love, I go blank. When people think, oh, she's dead, she's boring, it's like, no, if I don't feel the love, I just look at people like, right? Who in this room, raise up hands and tell me where you guys are tapping in from, what state, what city you guys are tapping in from. But who in this room also, if you don't feel the love, you just go blank because you don't have the energy to reciprocate. Energy is not the energy that is percolating in the room. So with that said, if someone or something wants you to be afraid of it and that's how it gets stronger, that is not what you want in your life. And that goes back to the herpes. When it's only love and fear. If you're afraid of an outbreak, it's going to feed off of your fear. You get stressed, and that stress is going to produce an outbreak. That's why I promote breath work so much, because when you get into your breath and when you get into your breathing, you no longer are stressing. You can learn to control the feelings in your body with your breath. I don't want to feel this anymore. Release this feeling out of my body, because nothing on this world, nothing on this planet, in this world, excuse me 1 second. I know that was really gross, but a lot of beach water got in my nose yesterday. So nothing on this planet should want you to be afraid of it. I don't want you to be afraid of me. I want you to love me. That's why I'm always percolating love, 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 love. And when I don't feel the love, I always go blank. Because it's like, I don't recognize this feeling. I don't recognize this energy. It's not familiar to me. So if you go back to this, the reel that I posted on my story, just tap into what LifeWave I Am says. The dog is not who you think it is. No, if something wants you to fear it, it is not peaceful, it is not whole, it is not love, because there's only two frequencies, love and fear. Love and fear. Only two frequencies, love and fear. And hello to everyone that's tapping in. I want to wave at you all, but I am driving at 70 miles per hour, so. But if something wants you to fear it, it's not healthy for you. And again, this is why I always want to tell you guys to be in charge of yourself, in charge of your virus. Know your virus. Get to know it. Don't be afraid of an outbreak. Be like, hey, I love my outbreak for what it's teaching me about myself. You know? I love my outbreaks. Even when it comes to your menstrual cycle for females, you ever notice that you get really bad cramps the week when you're dreading having your period? There's not a coincidence in that. It's because you are fearing your body's natural cycle. When you fear anything in your body, it will cause more fear, and that is just a negative frequency. So to me, right, when I know I'm going to be on my menstrual cycle, I say, you know, I love you, menstrual cycle. I love you, uterus, for being able to cleanse my body, renew my uterus, and give me more space to bring more life in. And then my cramps immediately will stop. You have to love your body. You have to love even your herpes virus. I love you, herpes virus, for what you're teaching me. This food is not healthy for me. It's going to set my body off. I love you, herpes virus, for telling me that this person is stressful to me. Every time they come around, I get an outbreak. Every time I'm at this job place or in this particular location, I get an outbreak. You have to learn to love your body. So I know it's hard. It's a really hard thing to do, to say I love my herpes. But you have to understand that when you love on your herpes no longer can cause stress in your body. And stress is what causes the outbreak. That frequency, you know what I'm saying? That adrenaline, that cortisone in your body, that is produced because you fearing your outbreak. I am afraid this outbreak is going to blah, 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 blah. I'm afraid. So then the virus will attack you, because the virus feeds off of stress, aka fear, because we only have love and fear. So when you say, I love you, virus, it has nothing to feed off of. I love you for teaching me that this was wrong. I love you for teaching me that this food is bad for me. I love you for teaching me this person is bad for me. I love you for enlightening me and letting me know that I do need to get into my spirituality and my breath work. I love you. And even like I said to the ladies, I love you, menstrual cycle, for teaching me that this is a natural thing that I have to do in order to renew my uterus so that I can bring healthy life in. I love you, cycle, for renewing my body. You have to love on things so that they cannot attack you, because fear only feeds negativity. So if there's anything around you that's feeding on your fear, guys, let it go. Let it go. It's just that simple. If something around you is feeding on you being afraid of it, scared of it, not feeling at ease, and that's what's making the thing more powerful or exude even more fear over you, then let it go. Okay? I hope this message reaches you all well. I was inspired to preach on this by LifeWave I Am, because even with me talking about it, I was feeling some kind of distress in my body, and I couldn't figure out what it was, and I realized it was a fear of something. You cannot fear things. You have to love things. You have to love things. You have to love your herpes. Herpes, thank you. I did not know that these foods were bad for my body. Herpes, thank you. I did not know that this person was bad for my body. Herpes, thank you. I love you. I did not know I needed this balance. So that's what your body is teaching you. This is what you need to do. Love on it. Do not fear your virus. Fear is only going to make more cortisone, more stress, and the body, the herpes virus feeds off of that. Okay? Feeds off of stress. But when you love things, they can no longer feed on the stress, the negativity. Okay? So, if you understand that, and you understand, like, if anyone's about to be on their menstrual cycle, I know I am coming up on it. I was starting to feel the cramps and everything, and I just had to tell my uterus, I love you, uterus. I love you. I love you, menstrual cycle. I love it. I love the fact that I'm able to cleanse my body and get all this out. I love that I'm in tune with the moon. I love. Stop telling your body what you hate, what's upsetting you, because that is feeding fear into your body, which will cause stress, which will cause more herpes outbreaks, which will cause tenseness in the body, tenseness in the shoulders, tightness in the throat. All of these things are only feeding off of fear. Okay? So stop being afraid. Know your power. You okay, baby? Know your power to love. Love entity, love. Just even hear what that sounds like coming out of your body. Love versus fear. Just feel, literally, I want everyone on the live to just hold your throat and say love. But then hold your throat and also say fear. Feel the two different frequencies and understand that you have to feed one and not the other into your actual body in order to feel free, in order to get away from a lot of the things that we're going to experience here, because it's a new world, it's a new day, it's a new age. Things have changed, and it's all energy. It's no longer just money, it's no longer just fancy clothes, fancy cars. It's no longer any of these things. Those things still exist, but the underlying thing is the love and the fear, because someone can have a lot of cars but be in a love frequency and you feel comfortable around them. Someone else can have a lot of cars but feed off the fear frequency, and then you feel like this around them, like you can't breathe, like you're just... So understand and know those two things in your body, and only get around people who make you feel one and not the other. Okay? And even sometimes attempt to alkalize the energy in the room if you can. So say, hey, I really love it when and you just keep saying the word love, and see what happens. See who walks out the room, who leaves, see who comes into the room when you just keep speaking love. Like, I literally grab your throat and say love, and feel how good that feels to your body. Then grab your throat and say fear, and feel how different that is. Feed your body love, because the herpes virus cannot feed off of love. When you love the virus, it can no longer attack you because you're no longer producing cortisone. But when you literally sit here, oh my God, I'm going to have an outbreak if I eat this. Oh my God, I don't want to know. I don't want to have another outbreak, so I want to keep taking these pills. And I'm not judging anyone who does it. But understand the true energy of everything. I'm not going to tell you that you need to eat this, that, and the third. I'm not going to feed you this book, that book, this. I want to tell you the basics. When you understand love and you understand fear, you understand how to get on top of your virus. And if being in love with your body causes you to eat better foods because you understand your body, you understand why better foods, healthier foods are better for you, rather than going to, Outback, this place, ribs, pulled pork, barbecue, whatever. You'll understand these things, and then you'll understand why. But I'm not going to be the one to feed you a meal plan first. I'm going to tell you to love yourself instead of fear yourself. And when you get to know yourself, knowing thyself means you love thyself, which means you will be on top of your virus, okay? I've been saying the same thing now for about the last 20 minutes. So I want to get back on here later at night. What's today? Today's Sunday. I usually don't even get on the internet on Sundays, but this just all came to me. Thank you, Life Wave I Am. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Ashe. 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 Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you guys did not see what the video is about, I will just wrap it up quickly. Stay on. I'll quickly tell you. I talked about how love and fear are the two frequencies, and when you fear something, or something is feeding off of your fear, that is an energy that you don't want around you, a person you don't want around you, a job you don't want around you, a relative you don't want around you, if they're feeding off of your fear. You'll notice fear when you start to feel tightness in the throat here, and on the shoulders, a heavy weight here. You'll notice those things. So instead of fearing everything, you have to learn to love things. So how does this relate to herpes? You have to love your virus. Say, hey virus, thank you. I love you for teaching me what food is not healthy for me, what energy is not healthy for me, what people are not healthy for me. Those are the difference. That's what love and fear is doing for you in this space. So for me, thank you, Life Wave I Am, for bringing up the topic. But fearing a person, place, or thing is going to cause stress and cortisone in your body. Okay? Fearing your herpes virus is going to cause you to produce more cortisone and stress in your body. So what you have to do is learn to love the virus for what it can teach you. I love you for getting me healthy. I love you for telling me to get these people out of my life. Get this job out of my life. Get this out of my life. I love you. Okay? For women, I love you, menstrual cycle, for cleansing my body. Then you'll stop experiencing these horrible cramps. You can't hate. You got to understand, all the pain that you feel in your body is self-actualization. So when you're feeling these cramps, it's because you're dreading the fact that you're about to be on your period. When you're feeling these herpes outbreaks, it's because you're dreading the fact that you have to actually change your life. You're fearing the fact that you have to be more accountable for things that you're doing, how you eat, how you interact with people, how you are in your everyday life. And as I'm saying this, I'm feeling even a tightness in my throat shed off, because I'm really telling y'all about love. Like, love is a really powerful thing. Love conquers all. Fear is the food of the beast. If something is feeding off of your fear, you don't want it now. If you're diagnosed with herpes, hey, we're here now. Learn how to love your herpes to make you better. But do not be around people, places, or things that feed off of your fear, because they will keep you in a very toxic cycle. Okay? So if somebody gets around you and they make you feel this tightness here and tightness in here, get away from them. They're feeding off of you being afraid. I'm not afraid of nobody but God. I'm not afraid of no one but God. It could be a person sitting here and give me everything you got, or I'm gonna shoot you. You're gonna have to shoot me today, sir. Because, I mean, hey, if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. I'm not gonna fight nothing. I'm not gonna be for what? That's not what my life experience is supposed to be about. No one's life experience is supposed to be about being afraid. Your life experience is about living and enjoyment, but not at the expense of other people. You have to learn how to love your life, but not flex on other people. You understand what I'm saying? Be proud of what you do, but never have it where you're like flexing on someone so that they are afraid, because that's fear mongering, and then fear mongering produces more negativity, because that fear is negative. It's only love and fear, and everything else is a subcategory of those two things. When you're stressed, you're afraid. When you're angry, you're afraid. You're mad because it's something that it's fear. But when you're happy and you're enjoying things and it's like, oh my gosh, that's all love. I love what I'm doing. I love this situation. I love this place. I love the interaction. All positive feelings are a subcategory of love. And all negative feelings are subcategories of fear. So when it comes to that herpes, if you fear your virus, it has control over you because it can produce stress in your body, because you're fearing outbreaks, you're fearing accountability, you're fearing life-changing things, you're fearing being more healthy, you're fearing losing people who might be toxic for you. You're fearing. That's how the herpes now has power over you. It can produce more cortisone in your body. Don't let something like fear block you from being who you need to be. Okay? Love your virus. I love you, herpes, for teaching me that I needed to eat healthy food. I love you, herpes, for teaching me that this person is toxic because every time I come around them, I get an outbreak. I love you because you told me that this job was stressing me out and I need to go somewhere else. You have to love your virus so it can't attack you anymore. But anything that produces fear in you or gets more powerful because you're afraid of it is negative. And if it's a herpes, then you got to learn how to beat herpes with love. Thank you, virus. Thank you. Even your period. I love you for cleaning out my body. I love you for coming and letting me know that I'm still fertile. I love you for letting me know that I can still have kids, that I'm still ovulating. I love you. Then you'll stop having those cramps, okay? But I'm about to go ahead and hop off because I done said a lot, mouthful. Go ahead and check my story. And that's what inspired this whole entire conversation. Lifewave I Am said is, you got to understand who the dog in your life is. If it's feeding off of your fear, it's negative, it's demonic, it's not for you. You need to get away from it, because nothing should be afraid of you. I don't want anyone to be afraid of me. Okay? I want people to understand who I am and walk with me in unison, arm in arm, hand in hand. We here together. You know? And that's what you should want. You should never want someone to be afraid of you. You should never want someone to cower in fear in your presence, because what is that? Who are you? We're all human. If we get sliced up into pieces, we're going to look the same. If we get put through a meat grinder, we're going to look the same. No one's more or less powerful. It's just some people have learned to tap into their actualization. Everything is self-actualization. Everything that you're in is a reflection of where you're at mentally. Maybe I'll put this on YouTube, because this is literally a whole entire word and people really don't get it. Like, it's really that simple. Change how you think about everything and your life changes. When I was afraid of my herpes, I was having outbreaks. I was, oh my God, people are going to find out I have herpes. Oh my God, I'm afraid my vajayjay is going to hurt. Oh my God, my tongue is going to hurt. Oh my God, my hands are going to break out. I'm not going to be able to have clients. Oh my God, oh my God. It was fear. That stress. That fear caused stress in my body. Stress produces cortisone, which is what herpes feeds off of. You take all the L-lysine in the world, but if you're still stressed out on the inside of your head and you're afraid, you're going to still have an outbreak. This is going to be a very minor outbreak. It's not going to last as long, but you're still going to have the outbreak. You're still going to have the prodrome syndrome. I'm not going to teach you to wait until you get to that point to fix it. I'm going to teach you how to get ahead of that. You can't fear it. You have to love the herpes. Hey, herpes, thanks for letting me know that pork is some shit. And I can't eat it, because every time I eat it, I'm going to have an outbreak. Thank you for letting me know that beef is crappy, because every time I eat it, I get an outbreak on the side of my tongue. Thank you for letting me know that Jim, Jan, and Joe are cool people, but when I hang out with them, I always come back with outbreaks. Because they stress me out, because they challenge my inner self. They challenge me on the inside, not necessarily to be better, but just they want me to know that their ego is bigger than my ego. Or their ego has been more fed than my ego. Okay? Thank you, herpes. I love you. I love you. I love you. And then you'll stop seeing the outbreaks, because herpes is no longer stressing you out. So it can no longer produce the cortisone. It can no longer produce that feeling in your body of the tightness here, the tightness on the shoulders. And you're above it then. I love you, herpes. Thank you so much for, making me a healthy person. My skin's glowing. Bills are paid on time. I'm in a job that I enjoy being around people in. I like it here. Thank you, herpes. Thank you for letting me communicate with people and letting them know that they could be free from you too. Thank you for getting my mind right where it needed to be, so that my mental health is really like on top of everything. And thank you for letting me see the people who actually were not for me. Thank you. Love your herpes. And then, like I said, that goes back to us women. Thank you, period, for letting me know I'm still fertile. Thank you, period, for cleansing out my body and getting all these toxins out. Thank you, period, for coming and letting me know that I'm not pregnant if you don't want to be pregnant. Thank you, period, for its existence, and then you'll stop seeing those cramps. Really, try it. I don't know how many sisters are on a moon cycle with me, because I usually always flow when the moon is full, or right after the moon is full. So, yeah, I'm sitting here waiting for the full moon to come around, and we're definitely going to see what happens, right? I know it works for me. Let me know if it works for you guys. Hit me my DMs. Also, watch my story and let me know. Because I know this is kind of one way. I really wanted people to tap in the comments and tell me their actualizations with this, or if they try it. I want everyone to try it. Really, sit down and start telling your body what you love about it, instead of telling your body what you hate about it and what you're afraid of. Tell your body what you love. Tell your herpes what you love about herpes. I could never love my herpes. How could you never love it? It's telling you, stop eating that shitty food. Stop being around them shitty people. Stop listening to that shitty music. Stop being around this. Get your life in order, so that I won't be here telling you what is wrong with you. Really, wake up. That's all herpes is doing. Herpes is not it's not your enemy. Herpes is just like, hey, I'm here because you're doing stuff wrong. I'm going to keep on telling you. I'm going to keep on popping up. I'm going to keep on getting on your nerves until you realize you got to get your shit together. Them people are not for you. This location is not for you. Stop drinking alcohol. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. This shit is fucked up. You can't do it. You need to do this. You need to be meditating somewhere. That's what it really comes to do. It's never your enemy. It's never your enemy. It's never coming to get you upset. It's literally just coming to say, hey friend. Hey. It's like your best friend in disguise. Hey friend. Hey. Stop eating that. Hey friend. Yeah, it might be the friend that, it hurts. Because when you get those good friends who really tell you about yourself, it kind of hurts sometimes. But they always get you on track, right? You always end up on track. Every time. Every single time. when you get around those friends, right? And you appreciate those friends, right? You love those friends, right? So treat your herpes like your best friend. Every time it pops up, what was I doing this past week? Start your journaling. Like Shane always says, body journal. Know yourself. To know thyself is to understand, like, I can swallow freely now because I've now loved on myself. If you're noticing that you're having issues swallowing or tension in your shoulders, figure out what it is. Why do I feel this tension? Love you. Ooh, we on the Bay Bridge, y'all. Hold on. Let me see. Can I flip the camera around? Oh, I can, but I'm being dangerous. Ooh, y'all. Ooh, we on the bridge. Oh, my goodness. No fear, though. Relax. Look at the boats just flowing freely down the lane. Everything is all self-actualization. To be free, to be traveling, to just drive, to not think about things that can come and hinder you. Really free your mind sometimes. I came down here with the intention to free my space, free my mind, and that is exactly what has happened. I'm now going back home feeling much better than I was when I came. I love. Right? Because we love. It's that simple. Love conquers all. Love. Taking all the endorphins, let go of the cortisone. Even as this person cuts me off, they obviously have somewhere to go more important than me. I'm not going to curse them out on the road. You got to be bigger than that. This person probably has somewhere to be. And even if they don't, this person is about to get out of my way. I don't need them behind me because they're going to put pressure on me, tension on me from behind. I'd rather them just go freely, do what they need to do. It's really that deep, like... That's my alarm to tell me that the workday has started. It's 10 o'clock and I'm already on the road, more than halfway home. Getting your day started right, getting up in the morning. I saw the sunset this morning on the beach. I just thought to myself, this world is so much bigger than me. So my little problems that I think are really problems are really just things that I'm afraid of handling. So yeah, if you're in a financial bind or something like that, understand it's just the fear of trying to get out of the financial bind. It's not the financial bind. It's just the fear of, because I had a friend around me at one point in time. I wasn't afraid of her. I was more so afraid of the situation. Like, I really don't like doing what she wanted me to do, what they wanted me to do. It's like, they don't understand me. So it's causing a conflict of interest within my body that caused me to have tension that I was walking around with, right? You gotta understand when things are making you feel certain things, you have to just release them. People say it's not the person, it's you. It's not you. Sometimes really a person is just feeding off of you being afraid of them. Sometimes a person is really inducing that feeling in your life. And sometimes you just gotta lay back and just watch the whole entire movie roll out. You're like, if you really love me, you would do A, B, and C, X, Y, Z. And then if that doesn't happen, rejection is redirection, guys. Biggest day. I tell it to y'all in every single way, every single day, every single shape, every single form. Oh, look at all the people on the beach. Look at all the people. We just got off the Bay Bridge, baby. Oh, they were on the rocks. They were all fishing. It's just beautiful stuff going on outside. Some people, I'm afraid, COVID. COVID is a mind state. Please hear me out. Don't leave the live and get upset. COVID really is just a mind state. You have to mentally get inside your head and say, why would I ever get sick? I do things, I'm healthy. You eat the healthy foods, you do the healthy things. How could I get sick? Now, if you're really not living that life, that's a whole other situation. But my son's up, so I gotta talk to y'all later. birthday, baby?